Hello everybody, welcome to the Temple Without Boundaries. I'm your host, Reverend Octavia Brooks, and today we'll be working with the Mother Mary, the Virgin Mother Mary, and I'm very happy and pleased to be bringing her with you again today. And so the first thing I'd like to do is to open the temple to contain us, to contain this session. And as I open the Temple Without Boundaries, it is opening itself as broad as the internet, and anyone who views this webinar, this replay, will be introduced and be entering into the Temple Without Boundaries, entering into sacred space, and helping you, that the temple will help you shift your consciousness into this sacred moment and helping you expand your consciousness as Mother Mary comes in and brings her healing vibration. So the first thing we do is light a candle. So I have an Archangel Michael candle here that I've already lit, and I'm going to set it off to the side. And then we're going to center ourselves in the directions. And so we're going to be doing that by calling upon a feeling where they land on our body. So centering yourself in the directions. So first I'm going to call upon East and upon all the allies, ancestors, angels, protectors, guides, guardians, priests and priestesses of the element of East and air, and asking all of these high beings to please be here to help us bless and contain this session. Hail and welcome. And calling upon all the divine beings of South and of Fire, all the ancestors, allies, archangels, protectors, guides, guardians, priests and priestesses of South and of Fire, to please be welcome here and to contain this session and to bless us with your presence. Hail and welcome. So then calling upon all of the divine beings of West and of Water, all the allies, angels, arcs, all of the allies, ancestors, archangels, guides, guardians, protectors of West and of Water, all the priests and priestesses of Water, asking you to please be here today to contain this session, to hold us and bless this session. Hail and welcome. And asking all the guides, guardians, allies, and ancestors, helpers, protectors, priests and priestesses of Earth, of North, to please be here to help us ground this session, to be the foundation for us in this session. Hail and welcome. So calling now upon the great below, the divine feminine energy who lives beneath us, who supports us, calling upon the heartbeat of the Mother Earth to open her consciousness to us in this session, to contain us, to provide a deeper foundation, to hold and protect our bodies, to keep us safe, to integrate this healing into our bodies. Hail and welcome the great below. And calling now upon the great above, the God consciousness, the Father principle, all the webs of God consciousness, time, space, dimension, all the planets and stars, and the internet would be part of the great above. So calling upon the internet to please be present here today and assist us with getting Mother Mary's messages and healing vibrations out further into the world. So hail and welcome to the great above. And then calling upon center, the element that integrates all of the other 6 elements into one whole, one consistent whole, the place of pure potential, the place that divine love can come through us, to us here in the third dimension. Hail and welcome to center. And within center, the Temple Without Boundaries, that's where she lives. So opening the doors of the Temple Without Boundaries to contain this session, to contain everyone who listens to this replay, to contain everyone here in this arena. So we're here on July 4th, which in America represents freedom and the concept of liberty and freedom. And so bringing that vibration to this session, freedom of our hearts, freedom of our being, freedom to live what we want to live, freedom to walk our life purpose without obstacles. So clear, open freedom. And I happen to be thinking of my mother today because July 4th is my mother's birthday. So happy birthday, Beverly Barr. So I'm going to be calling upon the Great Mother now. And the way I do that is by saying her prayer that's been said for hundreds and hundreds of years, the Hail Mary prayer. And as she said in past sessions, her prayer has many purposes. So we'll see what she wants to talk about today. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray to God for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. My divine children, I honor you and request that you surrender to me today. Today, I will show you the way to your own freedom. While many celebrate and party today, I celebrate the stars in your heart, the fireworks in your heart. With my healing vibration, I catalyze the fireworks in your heart. And you may have many different types of experiences from this type of catalyzing. You may spontaneously be willing to forgive. You may spontaneously extend yourself, open yourself to another person in a way that is not typical of you. These are little freedoms. And as you collect little freedoms, you become more and more free, because this is freedom. Freedom is when your soul bleeds through into your life. Your soul is connected to divine love. Your soul is aware of divine love. And your soul is covered up sometimes, often and frequently, by the complexities of the third dimensional reality. But in particular, your soul can be covered up by your mental chatter, your mental discussions. And my lesson is to teach you how to think with your heart. Many previous cultures and some cultures on the planet today understand the thinking from the heart. To many, it may sound like a foreign concept. We think with our minds. We feel with our heart. And I would like to tell you that your heart is much more intelligent than your mind will ever be. Your mind is just from this one lifetime. Your mind is associated with your ego, with everything you think about yourself, with everything you believe that you know about yourself. And so your mind has many ways of playing tricks and barricading your true knowledge. So, looking into your heart now, find a dark spot. Find a rock or a gem that has been covered up with tarnish, dust, rust. So a good place to look is to anyone in your life that needs your full and complete forgiveness. That is a place where your heart became tarnished and heavy. And part of you, maybe it was your mind, put that piece of your heart, that particular jewel in your heart, away in a corner. You closed down a little bit in that place in your heart. However, I'm asking you to reclaim all of the jewels of your heart so that you can be present in your heart. I want you to look into your heart and see the treasure chest that exists there. Each one of these treasures is a dewdrop of encouragement that you can bring into the world. Start by looking for places where you need to forgive. Look throughout your life at the people who have crossed your path and find those where you could have been more loving. And this is okay. The choices you made at that time were fine and contributed to the healing of that person on a soul level. In other words, gave them an experience on a soul level that was a piece that they needed. But in keeping with the cleansing of karma that is occurring in these times, everyone can do their part, and this is a very simple way. Find the most difficult person to forgive. An abuser, someone who had a very large impact on your life, and turn around your feelings with my help now. know that I'm here holding your hand in this difficult process. I'm holding your hand and I am bringing divine love into your equation here, and I'm going to ask you to do something very difficult. You come here as souls, and this planet is an incredible experience on the soul level, each lifetime building layers and layers of experience. And when a person has a lifetime where there is abuse, it causes many ripple effects and ramifications in that lifetime. And in some ways, those ripple effects have positive benefits. I'm thinking of an example where many people who have psychic skills learned those psychic skills because they had unpredictable parents. For example, alcoholic parents, and the parent was violent and the child had to learn how to interpret any little signal and to predict how and when to stay out of the way. So that child experienced many difficulties and also received the gift of psychic ability. And in generations earlier, humans had to go through more difficult experiences in childhood in order to earn these types of skills. And in more recent generations, the skills are available without these traumas. So finding a person in your life that would be really difficult to forgive. And I ask you now to step into my divine heart, and in this chamber contained here within the Temple Without Boundaries, forgiveness can be possible. Something that seems impossible can now become possible. So feeling my love penetrating into your heart, into this difficult place, this shadow place in your heart. Connecting my heart with your heart, stepping inside my heart, being contained with divine love surrounding you. And in particular, imagine that there is a bond connection, an anchor, a very, very strong cord coming from me into the place in your heart where you harbor very difficult feelings towards this person who perpetrated awful experiences upon you. So allow my anchor to penetrate your difficult feelings. And I'm going to ask you to find something, one very small thing in that situation, something that you learned that has benefited you or has benefited other people in your life through you, through your knowledge and awareness. I'm allowing you some time to search yourself to find this one thing that you can be grateful for. My child, my children, I'm very sorry that you had such a difficult experience in this lifetime. I have true and deep compassion for you, for all the parts of you that were impacted by that experience. And this lifeline that I am connecting with you now cuts through all of those difficulties. I am connecting with all of those places in you that had difficulty. No matter what age in your lifetime you experienced this difficulty, it is now connected with the lifeline of compassion and divine love that I am now offering you. And this is possible because you were able to find one small thing, one small benefit, one small thing in that situation that you could be grateful for. Whether you found strength, whether you learned about yourself, whether you developed greater sensitivities or abilities, that one small thing is my doorway. You are doing very, very well with this healing. Allow all of those places in you to be connected to me now. All the places that feel traumatized. I bestow glory and graces into those dark places. Flowing across the nervous system of your being. For complete healing. Through the doorway of your gratitude, through the doorway of your gratitude comes forgiveness, which is this vibration that I am sending you now. Forgiveness heals all. Forgiveness heals the deepest wounds. But I understand how hard forgiveness can be, and that's why I'm teaching you here today. Find one small thing that you can be grateful for. And open the door to my love to come in and provide you the power to reclaim your own pieces that were lost in that equation. And through this session and through your willingness to receive my love, find a complete healing of those pieces of yourself and a complete reclamation of those lost pieces of soul so that you now can operate in the world from a whole and fulfilled place. As you go from this session, over the next days and weeks, you may be surprised that you think differently or feel differently about different situations, and that is the result of reclaiming these lost pieces, dusting off those jewels in your heart that belong to you, that were unable to come through before. And you may find yourself settling into your body more. You may find a vibration of ease and grace flowing through your life much more naturally. And this is freedom, my children. This is freedom from the anchors that hold you back and hold you down. This is the freedom of divine joy. This is the freedom of full participation in life, full and complete selfness, a full manifestation of who you are, who you came here to be. This one has a question. After such a healing as this, there can be a little bit of disorientation because of habits that formed long ago around this pearl in your oyster. And we have removed the pearl, put it back where it belongs. The pearl of grace through which divine love can flow through you and through your being, blessing you. And this child is asking for an extension of the healing to include the new ways of being. And here I go back to listening to your heart instead of your mind. Your mind will doubt that this healing took place, and your heart will feel different. And so there it is, the difference between the way your heart thinks and the way your mind thinks. Your mind may still find entrapment in habits of thinking and patterns related to the stuck places that we just healed and washed clean. And you can stay in those stuck habits if you want. It is a free will universe. However, what is the benefit to you? Your mind is a trap sometimes, and all that stands between your freedom, between you and experiencing greater freedom, is to release these mental constructs that no longer serve you. So I offer you that healing as well. Allow your mind to relax and be soothed by my words. Consider my words carefully. Your mind can be penetrated by love. I am attuning your synapses to divine love. And in this way, in this session, the issue that we just worked through will find grace in your mind as well as your heart. I welcome you to call upon me to ease your mind at any time. Your mind is an open door to me right now, and I bless your mind with the grace of light. Remember what I have communicated about using my mantle. Anytime you want to use my mantle to surround yourself with comfort, in particular your mind, since that is what we're talking about right now, say my prayer and imagine that my scarf, my mantle, covers your head, covers you from head to toe, and brings a blanket of peace and calm to your mental thoughts. And in truth, what is happening is a column of light is rising up from your heart and flooding your mind. And this technique is available to you at any time. Soothing your mind and opening it to new possibilities, new channels, and new ways of thinking. For I wish you to live in your complete and utter freedom. I wish you to receive my divine graces in your thought processes, in your mental patterns. Thank you, beautiful children. That is all I have to say today. So this is Octavia again, partly. I'm going to check the chat room to see if there are any questions. So today, Mother Mary answered my question, and we don't have any other questions that were submitted. Please always remember that you're welcome to send in your questions and requests of Mother Mary before the webcast. So we're going to wrap this up today and closing down the Temple Without Boundaries, bringing all of those elemental beings back into center, thanking them, really appreciating all of their support and assistance, and bringing them back into center. Closing the gates of the temple now. Thank you for coming into the temple and spending time with me and the Virgin Mary today. Namaste.